Hi guys, and welcome to a new week. So it's a new week, and I had a comment the other day asking for like a van tour. So a tour of my van, of what I've got in there, things like that. This comes off the back of like my handler ratings video, where I said that my van, my setup is quite basic, but I've got everything that I kind of need. So I'm going to take you through my van. It's a little bit dirty, but I'll take you through my van. And maybe there's a couple of things in here that I've got that maybe you think's a good idea, or maybe something you haven't thought of, and maybe there's something that you feel I'm missing that you can advise me on as well. Now, I've done a video a little while ago when I first picked up this van, and in that video I said that I was going to do like a van tour once I got it sorted, and there's one thing I'm missing that's in there, and that is the electric air vent. So the electric air vent is what you would use to get air into the back of the vehicle for the dog. Now my van has a grate, so I can get air into the back of it whilst I'm moving, and then obviously when I'm stationary I'll have the doors open. So I want to get it in there because it's beneficial, but my van is okay for the dog as it is, but that's just an added extra, and I've had a lot of trouble trying to get someone to do it. So the reason I've held off on doing the video is because I wanted to get that sorted, but I think that because someone's asked for it and it doesn't look like I'm going to get it done in the next week or so, I thought, you know what, we'll do it and I'll just explain about the fan. So what van do I have? I have a Volkswagen Caddy. It's a 2018 plate. It's a 2-litre diesel. It's good. I get roughly about 600 miles on a full tank. I think that roughly works out at about 55 miles to the gallon, something around there. So it's good on fuel. It's pretty cheap to run, reasonably cheap to insure. I've got to get some new tyres on it tomorrow. But yeah, ever since I've had it, I've had no problems with it. It's got the AdBlue, which means that I could go into London and not get the emissions cost. But yeah, so far this van's run really well. I like it. It's comfy. I think it looks nice, and it's got enough space in the back for what I need as well. So if we start at the front, so at the front it's obviously a two-seater, two separate seats with the sports seats. I think they're quite nice. I got these, and I would advise anyone that is going into dog handling to get these, and these are like seat covers. Now obviously with the work that we do, you can be out when it's wet, when it's muddy, things like that, and them seat protectors will just protect the seats themselves. I think they cost me about £12 from Halfords, so they're not very expensive, and like I say, it's good that it can keep the mud off your seats and things like that, and obviously that can keep up the value of the vehicle. Also, what I've got down here is some rubber mats. So obviously with this job you end up with lots of dust and things like that, and the rubber mats are just so much better than the material ones, because you can just dust them off like so, and then you just use a wet cloth and you'll be able to wipe them back to be clean. So I'd have also advised that if you're going to get some mats for the bottom of your van, is get the plastic ones, or like so that you can just wipe them off and wipe them clean. Also, what I've got in here is obviously a phone holder, so that's somewhere I can put my phone. I can twist it, so if I'm in my van and I want to watch something, I can. Over here, because of the time of year, there's some gloves, a snood. Also here I've got some allergy hay fever relief, some eye relief. That's his slip chain. Got touch screen, aircon's obviously important. Down here I've got my AirPods that are just sitting there at the moment. Also back here is I've got some fabric refreshener, so I can give them a quick spray. Also I have a blanket from the Luna Cinema where me and the girlfriend went to go and watch a film. And here's a magnetic dog sign. I don't have my dog unit stuff put onto the vehicle because where I live I'm not allowed to have sign written vehicles, so I use magnetic ones. You can get them off eBay. I'll try and put everything that I've got in the van that I can find. I'll put the links down below in the description, so if you want something like this dog unit magnetic sticker, or like the triangle dog ones I've got, they'll all be down in links below down in the description. Also over here is I've got my fire extinguisher, so that's part of your requirements of the vehicle, that you have a fire extinguisher. Moving into the back, so this is a recall line, like a training lead, long line. I think this is 5 meters. I've got my first aid kit, which is handy and you can see it easily. This is my bag with all my food stuff and things like that in it. If we go down here, I don't know if you can see that actually, I've got a pair of wellies there. This bag here is the dog's like article search and some of the other dog stuff, so that's like his backpack with his extras in it. Here I've got my bite bar, I've got my bite sleeve. There's my jacket that I would, obviously if it's very cold or if it's raining. Also here is I have pillows. Now these pillows aren't for sleeping, but if you're going to be somewhere for like 15 hours, basically all I do is I'll sit one down like that, the other one like so, and now I've got a comfier chair. Now anyone that used to sit on these chairs in school will know how uncomfortable they can be, or anyone that works on a site will know how uncomfortable they can be. So just doing that just makes the chair a little bit comfier. Also sitting in your van, sometimes if you sit in the same position for a while, or like if you go on long drives, you know, when your bum starts to hurt, or like you get a little bit more uncomfortable. Sometimes just getting a pillow, putting it behind your back or under your bum, it just changes it and it's a little bit more comfier. Also we've got a dog warning sign. This is a spare, so this is what it goes around the site and on the front gate, so that obviously people know that there are guard dogs on site. I carry a spare. I've got some more at home, but I carry a spare just in case one gets stolen or it breaks off in the wind. Also down this side is I've got a plastic bag, and in this plastic bag is just some old tennis balls that someone gave me. So if all else fails, I've got a couple of spare tennis balls if we get a chance on the way home, or whenever it is to throw the ball around. And these are the other dog unit signs I've got. This is obviously magnetic, so because this is an exit for the dog, so you've got the escape hatches at the back here. This is obviously an exit for the dog, so I put a dog unit triangle on it, so obviously when that's closed, that is an exit for the dog. Obviously I can't put something here because there's nothing there, so I'll put it on that door, so that door is an exit point for the dog. And then moving to the back, I've got a dog unit one there, so anyone coming from this direction would see it. Got high vis. Now I use these little hooks. And basically everywhere up here you can hook stuff on, and that's how I get everything to the sides to try and keep everything off the floor as much as I can. So I've obviously got my high vis here. Over this side is I've got one lead, I've got 2 leads, I've got a spare collar. That's his kind of bite play tug. So if I'm not using the bite bar or the sleeve, this is the what I would use. Shut up. There's a towel here, obviously if he gets wet. And then in here we've got a spare meal, because we're not going home straight away tomorrow, so when we go to his nan and granddad's I can feed him when I'm there. This is my water bottle, this is his water bottle. We also have a drink station in there where I can fill it up. These are his treats, so I keep some in there, so after a patrol or whatever, I can give him some treats, just like your normal little bones, things like that, little milky bones. Here is another base layer, a bit like what he's got here. This is another one, so this I will use more outside if I want him to have like a place. Pair of golf shoes, pair of trainers, so these are like work trainers. I've got a mat here, so that if I want to put his bowls down on anything, I can just put it on his mat. This under here, this here is the fan, the electric fan that I'm waiting to get installed. down the back here. I'm not sure why that's there. So that is what we used to have in our old place. It was like a sofa cover so that he could sit on the sofa. And just poking out the back there is a little football. So we'll keep that in there because you never know when you might get a chance to have a bit of a kick around. And then obviously I've got like the double cage, although I only have a single dog. That one's really just used for storage at the moment. Coop, why? Why are you doing that? And then probably what I'll try and do if I get a second dog is that obviously the dog will go in the left hand side of them cages, and then I'll try and raise the cage up and I'll try and build some storage underneath. So I'll try and get the cage as high as I can and build some storage underneath. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So like I say, I'm pretty standard. Maybe some of the other things I would look at getting is an extension lead. So maybe in the winter I'll have an extension lead run from here to here, plug it in, and then I'll have like a portable little heater that I'll put on here and blow in towards me. Have the back open for the dog to get him air, but have like a little portable heater that will blow heat through the grate in towards me, just as a way of keeping this warm. But other than that, that's pretty much what I've got. So like I said, I'm pretty basic in what I have, but I've got everything that I kind of need. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my van. Like I say, it's all I need at the moment. I'll pick things up as I go, and it's different for me because of the site I'm on, where I have the cabin with the fridge and things like that, so and I can sit in there overnight, so I don't have to sort of live out of this van when I'm on site. My other site where I was, I used to park in a car park with no cabin, so yes, I did have to kind of live out of my car at the time. I never had the van, it was out of my car, but here I'm quite lucky, so I don't need to worry about the heater and things like that at the moment. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below for more videos, and we'll see you again next week. Cheers for watching, see you later.